Good afternoon, everyone. I am Miss Marie, and this is Giving to You Straight Live from the East Coast. It is beautiful Sunday, January 11th. Happy birthday to all Capricorns that are celebrating. And I pray that all your birthday wishes come true. And know that you are protected and supported in thy sound and vibration. May your day be filled with love, peace, and may your dreams guide you to a more gentle light within your soul. It is with great pleasure that I'm here. Remember that you're not alone, everybody. Okay? Life embraces you with compassion and everything is working for your highest good because you carry strength and beauty inside. I am going to start with the Angels of Abundance. This is the Angels of Abundance energy, finance questions, Archangel oracles. Let's raise that vibration. A new frequency show your cause and effect, your nervous system. A new energy this year. It is Sunday, the 11th of January. Hey, Tasha. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. good afternoon. Aries through Pisces. Quick message from the Angels of Abundance. We all have these dreams. We envision ourselves traveling the world, becoming these great writers, poets, musicians, and then life. Hey, Lady Firefox. Hello, hello. Good afternoon. All right. Follow your dreams and, let's remove some things out of the way. Identify what's draining your energy. Some affirmation, some thought, action behind. Okay. So affirmations, meditation, doing a little bit of everything. Aries through Pisces. Aries, clean energy food, Aries. When you fill your body with healthful organic diet, you increase your energy levels and ability to focus. This automatically leads to more efficiency, better ideas, and higher vibration, which attracts golden opportunities and beneficial relationships, Aries. Eating a little healthier, if you're not doing that, for those of you that are eating healthier, not only that, it'll fuel your mind. Ask some Archangel Ariel, which is your angel, all right, according to ancient culture, not me, all right, the research that I have done. So according to Archangel Ariel, hey, how are you today? I'm doing all right, all right? So invite her, because her energy is all about helping you ground, right? And just lying in the sun, swimming in a body of water, right? And so just, to motivate you, a fresh start. You're all about being spontaneous and living in the moment, a lot of enthusiasm. Maybe you're probably overwhelmed by the, your high energy. You got really high and just what to channel that energy. So, to make better quick decisions. All right. So Ariel is the angel to help you pioneer. She helps you deal with your impulses, and understanding, learning about her here, especially if you're trying to create some new recipes. All right. So just high energy food. And then most important, understanding that, right, if you begin with expressing gratitude as you begin to, to set affirmations, prayers, and petitions in divine order through divine love, let your heart be filled with that love and appreciation for the healthy food, or, just changing up some things here. Let's go ahead to, nobody likes to see that. I got to eat healthier. You know that. All right, face your financial fears, Taurus. When you're honest with yourself about fears or successes or failures, they can no longer control you, Taurus. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you realize that, in fact, you have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released these self doubts. Gemini, severing the vows of poverty. Dear one, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold an intention of undoing any vows of poverty, of self-denial that you may have made consciously or unconsciously in any lifetime. As you do so, all effects of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of time. I'm just going to give the message Positive faith and optimism, Cancer. You open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative and temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you are on. Keep faith and keep going, Cancer. Conscious consumer, Leo. You have the power to heal and to help the world with your decision to buy only products and services that are ethical and environmental friendly. As a conscious consumer, choose to invest in fair trade and organic foods. You live simply and you purchase only that which you need. Virgo partnerships. Virgo, allow helpful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. Libra, words of abundance, Libra, certain affirmations. You have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerful, positive words. Always describe your own and your world's economic situation in a loving, optimistic terms, and that is what you attract for yourself and for others. The law of attraction. You know all about the laws and understanding a little bit more of the law of attraction, because I think everybody just leans towards that. Well, there are 12 universal laws, and understand that, the law of attraction is just one of the 11, one of the 12. And what you could draw from that energy. Clearing your depths for you. Hey, Mike, hi, how are you? Clearing your depths, Scorpio. Scorpio, clearing your depths. Your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well, Scorpio. Obstacles and blocks are being lifted for you, Sagittarius. All your good personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. Capricorn, gratitude list, Capricorn. Counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. Remember, it starts in the mind. And who are you grateful for right now? Keep focusing upon gratitude, and you'll discover the amazing generosity of the universe. Aquarius, successful funding. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to help you. And Pisces, abundance mindset, Pisces. If you think of abundance of something that happened in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. And of course, absolutely trust that. It's so important to put our mindset in the present, not structures of the past or possibilities of the future. In this moment is when it's happening. Learning what to remove, learning how to speak, right? And allow the effortlessly with the current abundance of money that finds me. Naturally, I receive with gratitude and ease. I trust my intuition. It guides me. Everybody has their own energetic, sacred vibration. And maybe you're doing manifestations or affirmations that are not aligned with your energy. So it's very important to understand and to just incorporate different, money affirmations and tune into your frequency. All right, so you got to set the frequency and then get in there, tune in, make those changes. Let's go ahead. If anybody has a question, where is my angels of abundance? I'm gonna go with the romance next. All right, just listen to the message and then learn, if you're trying to look for more, everything's with your highest good. And so when you learn how to do, especially more refined, more sophisticated affirmations as aligned, knowing that you aligning yourself with the abundant wealth and financial opportunities that present themselves, right? And being open-minded and just being, using your intelligent body. And remember that you're connected to such an intelligent cosmos. Questions you have always wanted to ask. Questions a question you've always wanted to ask, but didn't understand that you need to, you know, baby, baby, baby. All right. Blah 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 blah. Expand your consciousness. Remember that you're a magnet for opulent opportunities, from anxiety, worries to money magnet. Money seeks you. It enhances you. It expands continuously. Speaking it as if it's happening now, not possibilities of the future, right in this moment. Let me go ahead with the romance angels. Let me bring this back over here. And yeah. When it comes to love, when it comes to romance, let's see here. Question you've always wanted to ask it if you like. All right. A question you always wanted to ask. All right. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Remember that your financial and emotional well-being are connected, so don't allow yourself to think that you're trapped in death or feel helpless. Face the pain of your situation and make a plan to put your finances in order. All it does is takes one phone call, especially after the Christmas holiday. Here we go, one more. Aries through Pisces. One more. Thank you. All right. Passion, Aries. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Aries energy is all about passion, but you gotta have passion with commitment and somebody that's stable. Because if you're just looking at the passion of it, we get caught up with the passion, and then we forget about, the stability that it's gonna bring you. Of course, the emotional connection. If this person's emotional connection, when we follow in passion, it's great because we want somebody to want us passionately, incredibly. It's all about me, but understanding that goes along with many other things. My question I always want to ask is, my energy stable or growing in knowing and understanding? Absolutely. Let's go ahead with Taurus, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Past life relationships. Gemini, you have known each other before in another past life. Remember that we marry people from a past life according to ancient cultures. All right, you could go do some investigating and see how, especially with the Akashic records and things like that. So a little more deeper to go ahead and look into these past life and who you've been married to. Why does your energy feel scattered? Why can I not move on? There's a contract. There's people ask me so many different questions. But remember, your past life may be affecting the relationship. There's something that you need to do to heal, to find that, that energy. Hey, less of me, more of his ministry. I like that. Less of me and more of his ministry. Him. Less of him ministry. It's like, yeah, a little less like, I like that because that reminds me a little more like Jesus, a little less like me. Because we talk a talk and we walk it, we talk it, but we don't walk it. And then sometimes, even at our best, we confess we still need help. That's one of the songs that I play every morning. Anyway, stay optimistic about your love life, Cancer. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. I'm doing all right. How are you? Let's go ahead to Leo. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Pay attention to the red flags, Leo. The signs are cautioning you. It's that simple. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Virgo. Virgo, the person that you're talking about is your soulmate, twin soul, however you understand your energy. Let your friends help you. A Libra. Libra, let your friends help you. You know, this is crazy because ask and accept support from others. Now the thing here, Libra, because I'm going to the laundromat later on, and the girl that's works at the laundromat, she's a Libra, and I tried to help her last week, and she wouldn't let me help her. Libra, let people help you. Nobody's trying to steal your job, your position. It's not they're gonna do it better than me. They're gonna mess it up. Let just people help you. It's okay. Hey, Zara, Louisville, daughter of Christ, exactly. How do you understand Christ? The Christ consciousness. What are you talking about? The Creator, Prime Creator, Supreme, Divine Source, light, sound, and vibration. The Yahweh's. How do you understand the Christ consciousness? Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Uh, make the effort. Okay. And this is for Scorpio. Scorpio, make the effort in your relationship. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. All right. Whatever's going on here. Less of me, more. Okay. So who's God to you? Because there's a lot of gods. Do you read your Bible? You read your Bible. God who? God who is God to you? Okay. Because I want to know. I want to know what you know. I want to know. Even though I took the educated tarot read, I'm still in the energy. Your gift is not for your gift is not for witchcraft. Who told you that this is witchcraft? Who told you that? Who told you that? Who told you that this is a craft? Who told you that I'm a witch? Who told you that? Because as far as I'm concerned, the way that God creates is through your imagination, right? And it's my brain that's moving consciousness. Because if your eyes are closed, you're not gonna see nothing. So it's not until you open the eyes that you'll be able to understand things. All right. Who told you that this is sorcery? Do I got a magic wand? Am I calling on demons? How do you understand that? I ask you who is God, and you can't even tell me that. So God created us. Who created God is what I'm asking you. Because if you come in here talking to me about all this, God, who created God, and God created us? How did God get created? I want you to answer that to me. All right, because you're living in dogmatized, following a set of rituals and rules because you're living in fear. You bring that here. Then now you talk about witchcraft. What craft? What are you good at? All right. I know that. I know you're telling me things. Listen, ma'am, you're telling me things that I know. You're telling me things that I know. You're telling me things. What does that mean though? You just gave me something that I already know. I want you to tell me who created God and God created us. Because if you go back to the English language that we have since 1600 years, you will understand that. Where does the word God comes from? You know, you got to go back that road. Don't come up in here. Oh, that's what you just go by your word, and you don't know anything. In the beginning, the word was God. What is that sound? Vibration, frequency, the sound. They are rulers of light, of energy. What are you? Where are you getting with it? What are you telling me that? All right. That's the only thing. Oh, witch and sorcery. Why are you interested? Why are you here? My question to you. Because YouTube only says depending on what the person likes. So why are you here? Is my question. All right. If this is what happens when we get stuck in a book, if you see what happened is you've been programmed. Your subconscious mind takes everything literally. All right. You got to go reprogram your subconscious mind because you're living right now in a fear. You fear. Been there, done that. All right. New love for you. When it comes to this is keep an open mind. This is for Capricorn. All right. No, Sagittarius. This is for Capricorn. There's a new love. A new person has mixed their feelings. All right. So what? So the whole order says word of God, smart pants. God means Elohim. No, there's so much more to it. It's so much more to it. That's just titles that they give an entity, a demiurge, a demigod. All right. Yeah, man, there's Bible scholars. There's people for thousands and thousands of years that have been reading the Bible. They still can say if that's what we stand at. If God created us, what is the energy? What is the substance that created them, the gods? Okay, You can't say something. This is where we get stuck at when we don't really take our time. Hey, totally, Tanya. We got the Elohim, we got the Yahwehs, we got so many different energies. This is why I stopped all that. I'm not educating no more. I'm just going to give energy, and hopefully that if you are humble enough to learn, you learn, or just go practice. But stop coming to people. Oh, I love God too. I love the Creator. I love the creation that I come from. All right? You're not doing anything. You're wasting your time, basically. All right? Go enjoy your ministry. I don't know if you're in your past life. I don't know if you got to start again. If you got to require you need discipline. All right, I don't know that. All right, but who's God to you? That's what I'm saying. I want you to tell me who's my God. I want you to tell me that. You can't tell me that. You keep talking about the same thing. God this and go. Don't go in the Bible. When you come up in here, tell me who created God that created us. That's what I want you to tell me. And if you can do that, have a great day. God bless you. I'll be praying for you to get a revelation and awakening or some kind, if that's what you need to be. All right? The sun, stars, the moons, praise the Lord. All right? Girl, you are so low. I don't know if it's a girl or God, but my goodness. The Bible is all a book of astrology. And it correlates with the gods, the wars that they were having in the heavens. You got to go and study so much. Go ask how many times they mentioned the stars, the moon. My goodness, stop taking it literally. Wow, I'm sorry for your church hurt. Wow, dogmatized. Listen, honey. You get it in your head that you need to be there in the church. Continue for that. Don't throw church at me. All right, church. God is everywhere. If religious organization says, yeah, this is the only place that you can meet God, God is only here, then you're mistaken. All right? So go continue in your church. I'll be praying for you to get a revelation or something. So, but don't, listen, minimize the time that you're spending. This is when you have idle hands. When people have idle hands, this is what happens. It leads you into trouble. So if I could go there, right, and if I could tell you Proverbs 16:27, all right, the idle hands are the devil's workshop, and your idle lips, because if you could talk right now, you his mouthpiece. So you're basically doing, okay, devil's workshop. You're basically doing that. All right? So when you understand that you're not using your energy, your task, the mind, that's whatever's in your mind, right? You using this outlet to come bring something that without you verifying it. All right? You go on a hypothesis. All right? So go and just learn something, okay? When you have idle hands, this is what happens. You could go into anybody's channel and do whatever you want. All right? You don't have to remind me. You don't have to remind me. Stop idle. It's like a car that's outside burning oil. Stop wasting your time. It's not. I don't want it here. Okay, I did my work. Go do yours. All right. I appreciate you though. When you come out with fear, you can't come in this place with fear. God bless you too, sweetie. That's it. I'm done. All right. So why you preaching here and it plays guilt to others? Yeah, they come with that. Like, what that's gonna do for me? What is your craft? What is your craft? That's what I want you to tell me. What is it? How does it happen? Anyway, true love for you. This is the romance of a lifetime, and that is for, is Aquarius? Yeah, Aquarius. And Pisces, a retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world, Pisces, for a little while. With that being said, with you or with your person, okay, if you got kids, it's time to go away. The grace of the Lord be with you too. All right? All right, sweetie. God bless you too. All right? Go find another platform. Go learn something. Put the Bible down and go study. All right? But listen, I can't tell nobody that because I don't know where you at. I don't know right now you found God. I don't know if you was a drug addict, if you was prostituting. I don't know where you came from, sweetie. You know, a lot of times, they fear. I don't know what you did. All right? But don't bring it here. Okay? It's not, I'm not there. You're there, but I'm not there. All right? They bring all that fear. Oh my God. Don't even know. This is that book is given to us. All right? Look at that. Why can't you win that? Look at you. Look at you. You got mad. Go back. Listen, stay in the church. Stay in your church. Get your discipline because you need it for your body. You still messed up in the mind because you're having a hard time understanding, all right, this reality. So just stay in your Bible. Go be disciplined And God bless you, okay? All right. That's it. That's all I got to say. You don't worry about my life. That's what happens when you're worrying about somebody's life. Right there. Look at that. Idle hands. All right. No purpose, pointless. All right. Wasting time and frivolous chatter. All right. All right. Stay busy so the devil can't find you. This is what happens when you still need a lot of help. That's what happens, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Whoever's here is watching. All right. So go continue on your journey. God bless you. You ain't gonna win here. All right. You projecting your fear onto other people. I did it. I did it. That's why I know I did it, and I had to apologize. When you're ready to learn, when you're humble enough to learn without the fear, all right, because you know, all right. When you're ready to confront your demons, all right, go get cleansed, go get baptized, do what you got to do, sweetie. You're not projecting no fear on me. I don't move that easy. All right, I don't move through fear and manipulation. Okay, our religion is lazy. It manipulates you through Jesus and the devil. All right, go ahead. So one question, hey Joel, this is what happens when you living in fear. I did it. I've been there. I was so scared. I'm like, oh my God. Jesus. Thank you. Go talk to Jesus. All right. Let him guide you the right way. Why the real reason Jesus came. All right. You have a great God-given Jesus for the girl. Listen, we're done. You're done. Let's go. I gotta get you out of here. I'm gonna hire you for a little while. I'm putting you 24 hours. You can come back. Go learn something. Go learn something. This is what happens when we're scared of life, right there. All right? When we don't understand consciousness. When we don't understand consciousness, this is what happens when people, and that's one thing about the tarot that people don't understand. When the tarot reader goes with all this black and all this creepy shit, it's stupid. It's nothing, but we move in consciousness. We're energy. And so when we go with all this stupidness that we collect from the stuff that we learn, it makes it dark. It makes it dark. And it's not dark. This is not dark. All right? So, okay. Just see God. Go pray. Go feel your mind. Let the spirit infuse you and engulf you. All right? Get guidance, Go pray, meditate, go sit somewhere. But check yourself before you come in here, because I'm going to teach you something about yourself real quick. All right? I'm going to say some crazy stuff today. You don't want to do it today. I'm going to say some foul stuff for real. So, yeah, I mean, prayer is the way for you to commune with the divine, the heart of God. You are that energy. You come from source, and understanding sound frequency, the rulers of that energy, how we connect through through the sound. So when we manifest, or when we trying to say affirmations, or setting that intention, understanding the gender, the law of gender, that we need both masculine and feminine, and not to say, well, I don't only want the feminine side was all nurturing and kind. We need that other masculine as well. And so, but we need to set, remember that activation that happens through sound, the intention behind it. So it needs a couple of things. All right. But if you're stuck, if you're in the belief where it's telling you, religious groups are telling you the way to reach God is to join them, no, you start creating what your dreams are telling you, and you manifest that. Your cosmic connection, is your heart, your spiritual purpose, your spiritual and the physical, bridging those gaps, You don't have to join no religious groups, institutions, and any organizations. You don't have to get to that grade, complete this course, get to that next grade. There are no programs, no rituals, no rites. There's no forms to fill out. All right. And so when you understand why Jesus came, and one of the true teachings that are not in the Bible, of course, along with many other texts, when you go back into ancient culture, you'll be like, wow, you didn't know that because you've been stuck in a book. Okay. Yeah, you're obedient. You like to follow rules and being, but at some point you got to be like, wait a minute, if this is what I believe or what other people's believe. You're living in a life of other people's beliefs. And of course, when we are young, we are given that. Now that you got older, it's like, let me go look at something else besides. You know what I mean? I don't discourage anybody. Listen, that's where I started. And so do the thing that's right for you. Listen to your heart, and If you got a lot of experience, follow your intuition. That's it. Live a little longer, you'll experience less conflicts, less judgment. You don't have to go on nobody's channel and talk about witchcraft when you don't really know where it stands for. You don't know if you don't even know our English language, how long we had it. You're not gonna know all the ancient stuff that we got here. You're not gonna understand where all these things come from. So with that being said, all right. So I understand the Yahwehs, all right. The Elohim, however you explain or you understand different explanations or the way these people understood the ancient culture and understood these rulers of these planets. That's it. I can't really explain it no more than that. Did she leave? All right, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. I want to talk a little bit about Saturn, the Capricorn ruler, and a little bit about Mercury, how to use that energy that is in Capricorn to really, when you're trying to plan ahead, all right, you're trying to get things, to see things in the future, how you could start bringing that, building a good business or good reputation, how to use that energy of Mercury and understanding the divine nature of that and that angel, and however you can understand it, you know. If anybody has a question, go ahead. If not. Why can't you get over him? The what? Your baby's father? The father of your child? Let me move this up here. I can't see my screen. Well, let's find out. Because you still love, oh, you still, thank you, Joel. But it's how many are you looking for? But it is how many are you looking for? All right, let's just go ahead and tap into this energy. Be mindful if you come in here, I'm going to set you on fire. I'm ready. All right. I got Mercury in Capricorn, and I'm gonna unleash some stuff up here. So be mindful. I might leave early. I'm no longer gonna educate. I might explain some things here and there, but I had to get over that energy. People don't really understand that we're here teaching each other a lesson. That's it. Why can you get over here? Let's find out. Let's tap into the powerful divine spirit of all there is, who live in all things and animates all life. We call it all names. All names are his. The prime creator. Hey, Tara Tara. It has all names. All names are God. So we call it God because we know it God. God. God is in everything and everywhere at all times. So as I understand it, if you know something, share it. Because I'm about to say some stuff here. Boy. Ooh wee. One more for you. Let's see what you can get over. Why is it maybe your energy? I don't know. You know? I mean, you're driving yourself crazy, or what are you planning to do? Because at this point, if it's your baby's father, all right, one more. How can you move past this energy? All right, that's the whole thing here. How do I get over here? All right. Let me see. You got the 4. So you got the sun at the end, right? You're positive added. It's like your energy is so positive and wanting to have this connection, even though this energy is old. You got to understand that this is old energy, right? And so it could be because you lack discipline. I'm going to just show you right now. All right, this energy lacks discipline. This 5 is all about lacking discipline. All right? I don't know if you was considered when you was older. You self-sabotage a lot here, and we're going to call it for what it is. All right? We all have issues, trauma, drama from our childhood. All right? I don't know if you really believe in yourself. I don't know if you believe, or the sex. It could be the sex. There's something about that you probably miss them. That's why, because it could be that you probably never had sex like this before. Nobody never probably made you feel this way. All right. So the 5 of Swords is not a good card to see when it comes to relationships, because it says that I'm trying to get like my ego. Your ego could be tripping you, right? I don't know if you put this person or that somebody put you on a high pedestal, like, you know what I mean? Like, or the ego, because this ego here tripping here. Or I don't know if you've been married, or you could, because this represents marriage, okay? But when you get the 5, it's a card of being wild. This is a wild card, not having no boundaries, right? And so when you, but it stands for freedom, right? It represents for, it's a very sexy card. This is the most sexual card when it comes to sex, all right? If I was doing a sex reading, you will get this, because this stands nakedness. They make me feel good, like a kid again. Missing those things, probably why, all right? And so when you haven't had the discipline here, or the right, or psychiatry, I'm going to give it to you straight. You wanted it, so I'm going to give it to you, because I understand this energy well, and I hold back a lot here. Maybe you need to get some mentorship. Maybe you need to get psychiatry. Maybe you need to get some help. This is not going to happen here. You could even go back to a church, right? You could get some baptism going. You could connect to telepathy, which is connecting to the grounding, doing some meditation, some breath work here. So you ask me, and I'm going to give it to you, because sometimes we need to hear it again. All right? Because when it comes to this, maybe it's your poor eating diet. Maybe you got I'm going to give it to you. You ask me, and I'm going to give it to you. And I want to explain the whole Hierophant to you. All right? But I'm going to be brutal with my energy, because you need to understand a lot of things here. It stands for my childhood. It stands from the things that have happened to you, not healing the inner child. Deep inside, you might feel like, you haven't healed here. There's something here that you haven't healed, whether it's trauma, drama from your past, and make you feel like you need this person. All right? It's not even that, because this energy is withdrawing. This energy is driven. It's a force, because it represents radiance. It gives me life, energy, strength. So that's what that person probably means to you. So you got to understand this. Everybody gets stuck with the fives, and we all going to be there because until we heal the little girl that's inside of you that needs healing, all right? I don't know exactly what happened to you and needing the mentorship and surrounding yourself with people, right? So you could get that therapy here, all right? So when you get that therapy here, right, and you let that sun moon penetration happen, you're going to be elevated. You're going to start feeling, complete. But you need to do that. You need to do that purification. All right? So understanding what you need to do and how you need to align yourself with more positive people, going into groups and getting the really, not only the education here, but here the mentorship that you need or the psychiatry help that you need. All right? Because you're going to become a cyclical process here. All right? And that's why you're gonna stay stuck in a cycle. You're gonna continue to cycle here. If you continue this, is a very very toxic pattern here. So this for me, understanding, because I'm still in that energy where I do want to teach because I want to talk to you about. Uh, and we look at the Hermit, we look at the representation of Jesus, and Jewism, the Jews, the Celts, going back to ancient culture. And there's a place in Glastonbury, Thor, that you could go find spiritual healing because you need it. But if you tell yourself, oh, there's nothing wrong with me, you gotta heal the inner child here, okay? And you got to know your toxic patterns. So the things that are happening for you, because God wants us, the prime, to be happy. All right. So when you get the Tower card like this, and you're following your true north, right, your spiritual path here, and when you get that healing, whether you do it through people, to mentorships here, because there's a kind of like I don't know, like a emptiness, a numbness. Okay, you're not gonna be able to let nobody in unless you heal, and we all got to do heal the inner child. All right, there's something that happened in your youth here, and understanding that. Okay, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm just telling you that you need to go find, and we all need therapy. All right, and this is really what I seen here. And I only gave you a little bit because if I pull out all the energy from the from all these cards, I'll be here with you for a whole day. But I'm just telling you that you need to find some mentorship. You need to get some counseling. You need to get some psychiatry, some help. But most important, you got to heal the inner child. How are you gonna do that? All right. You might operate from a man, like you need to learn understand the law of gender, that anything that you're trying to manifest in your life needs a balance of two energies. That's your masculine and your feminine side. You leaving the feminine like you're not embracing the feminine side of you. That's gonna leave you dissatisfying relationships. You're not gonna feel whole when you try to have control of it, or want that, you're very passionate about life, so you got to understand that. All right. So when you start building on that and confidence in yourself and healing, because you got to heal. We all have to heal. All right. We all have to heal. It's not just you, it's everyone. All right. So if you're in this stage when you're ready to heal, if you're humble enough to learn, if you're humble enough to heal, that is entirely up to you. All right. This is why when we understand and move beyond dogma, because that becomes dogma. All right. When you look at the Hierophant, because back then it was different, right? And then understanding why marriages really, really happen. People marry some people marry for companionship. Now these days, we look for love, all right? And not even understanding what really love is, all right? So the energy of that is all about sensual and love, the taste of life, sex, food, all your sensory experiences, right? This is maybe your person finds it difficult to commit, but once they commit, they can be faithful. But discipline and focus are the true, okay, keys to your success. All right. Without this, anything that you begin will remain unfinished until you fail to realize the true fruits of your abilities. All right. So you lack discipline. You're very impulsive in doing and expressing things you regret later. You need a freedom. Sometimes you're not properly in control. All right. There could be problems with drugs, with overindulging in food, sex, generally abusing the gift of life. All right? So this is what church is good. All right? So everything got its pros and cons to it. All right? So what you do is the affirmations in the matters of the heart. I offer what I know, and I learn what I don't know. all right? And I know myself, because this is the point that you get to know yourself, all right? And not building on societal cultures, the belief systems, changing your subconscious, reprogramming that, and just learning how to do things different. Because this hierophant is no joke. So anybody could say to you, you know what, because you still love him, but it was probably the answer if you're looking for no. It goes deeper. These cards are no joke. This period. All right? They're telling us something. There are codes in here to help you to and to propel you forward. And now that we have all this energy in Capricorn, especially Mercury, right, going in there and doing the actual work, connecting without being afraid. You're gonna have to learn to use Mercury's energy to access to higher guidance through meditation, prayer, channeling. You have to. You know that. You know that. We all, and not being scared. I'm gonna be judged. Who cares? You need to get the help you need. All right. So there's something. It's about bringing your conscious and your subconscious mind. Right. Unconsciously, you may be accepting some things that are not your beliefs or their beliefs. You know that, all right? Get the Archangel Raphael, buy a candle, try to get into some meditation. Learn. There are a lot of tools out there. There's a lot of tools, and at least you're conscious, oh, you know what, I gotta change. You're gonna become a cyclical process. Believe me when I tell you that. Been there, done that. I'm not telling you because I haven't been there. I've been there, so I know. All right? But it's up to you to take that initiative. All right? Remember, Mercury's energy is the planet associated with the mind. One of the most strongest planets that we could ever connect and understanding where this planet is currently in transit and what is going on with this planet. It's very important for you to harness that energy, use that energy, commune. All right? Especially utilize that energy. Use it. It's accessible to you. Okay? Connection to the divine is quick and simple. All right? So when you and then it's going to give you a clear expression. It's going to give you intellectual development. You're going to be able to express yourself, right? You're going to have the ability to connect with others through thoughtful dialogue. All right. Its focus is linked to the throat chakra. So when you say no, you mean no. Learning how to affirm things, just speak it. I had a problem with that. So I listen. I'm not telling you to be mean. I'm just telling you it's time for you to change your energy focus. You have to start sooner than later. All right. And so really understand the messenger god Mercury and the association with travel, young people. There's a lot of things here. All right. Even you could get the book of Tobit. All right. And it teaches you about Raphael, Angel Raphael. I would encourage you for you to get that. All right. Look at the planet. Look at that. Look at what the energy's at. And the energy is currently in Capricorn. And then we got Venus. We got a lot of energy. We got your ruling planet Mars there. All right. And then remember today, depending on your moon, what your moon is at, it's in Scorpio. So it's going to bring you those memories from the past. You know, why can't you got to think about that? Like, a girl came here a while back. I said, child, we are in Mercury. That's when we was in Scorpio season. She said, I just keep reliving this. You got to understand how these planets influence, and these cards represent those planets and what is available to you. How can you do it? You know, what you could work through. All right? You need to understand that. And then Mercury and Capricorn is level-headed, planning and considering the future, compartmentalizing, okay, impressions, building a good reputation. This is available to you. This is the time to do it. All right? This is a fine mind. It's resourceful. It's a deep thinker. And it's conventional. The studies are conventional. Learning about different studies. All right? It's a sound teacher that's rational. It's going to give you that opportunity. It's a sharp sense of having that sharp sense of humor. All right? It's noticing everything. So you're going to be experiencing that because of Mercury's energy. Okay? And so learning is best when it's practices, it's information, it's apparent information, it's right there. It's clear and plain. So I'm coming in with that energy period to help you understand. So you'll be able to grasp these things. Like it won't be like you should be able to grasp. Okay, so let me say, especially with the new moon coming in, you got to get into some kind of routine. You got to get in some technique. If you don't do it, and this is why we all get stuck with the energy. So no, it's not easily. All right. It's not easily. Just being methodical, being intentional, being basically, adapting. And of course, it's all about your philosophical points of view, and challenging the beliefs that you grew up with versus what you know now. Because we got so much information when it comes to, especially on the internet. Okay. So be like the internet. Expand your consciousness. You're here. It is your responsibility. You can't put that on nobody else. All right. So when you understand any affirmations, and when it comes to your goals, your core beliefs. Once you start reprogramming your subconscious mind, all right, you start to replace limited beliefs with empowering affirmations. I'm capable, I'm resilient, I conquer challenges. You gotta know how to do this. You have to. It's just your thing, because you're not, you're gonna walk around asking the same thing. They're not gonna change. They might be in a whole nother place. All right. And with that being said, I hope that helped you. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything else here no more. All right. And it's not easy. We could give you, like Joel, he could give you a nice little, oh, you still love him. He might love you too, but it's you gotta put yourself, first. You gotta learn how to take yourself more seriously, and just go study. Okay, you gotta study and get yourself educated. All right, you're very smart, but if you don't you don't apply, you don't put the effort. All right, you're gonna create that. You're gonna create fear. You're gonna think that person still wants you. Knowing when you hear, when it's over, we stay cyclical. We become a mess, and that's what it's showing me there. All right, so do it. No more excuses. The energy is available. I'm just gonna bring you every time when Mercury moves, in which house, what sign, and how you're gonna use that energy. All right, how to call on it. All right, remember you're in Aries. You make that bold decision today. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and open myself up to a new frequency. I want to show my nervous system something new. Understand your nervous system. Do something different. You stop limiting yourself. All right, no more structures, no more grades. I don't gotta go here. I'm gonna get seriously. I'm gonna set that intention, and I'm gonna move forward. Build confidence. All right. Because the wild side, you got 5. And, you probably have been perceived as a wild child. Your challenge is to learn the true meaning of freedom. Okay? Remember that change is constant. You require adaptability, all right, and the courage to maintain exercise program. Start there. Keep your body in shape. Be flexible. All right? Cultivate some flexibility in your character. I could go on and on because we all get that card. We all get stuck in the 5. All right? Understanding your energy to be free. All right? A lot of times it's not even when we want to be with the person. All right? And so once you find your niche, once you find what you really want and what motivates you and inspiration, you supply others and people will bring you. Okay? Much in return. Remember that. You will find friends and colleagues that's going to support you and promote you on the road to success. But you got to start like yesterday. All right? So whatever it is to do, you got to get a therapist, any traditional medicine you could do, anything when it comes to a counselor. Listen to professional, follow their advice. Don't rely on superficial knowledge. It's unverified advice that you may find on the internet. Okay? Accept other people's challenges. All right? So being adaptable is very vital. All right? Right now, you might be having problems with your stomach, your metabolism. You got bad eating habits, inappropriate diet. All right? So how to become a happy, healthier you, and how to start eating. Start with your food. Change your and then seek the teacher, and then go teach and share that with others. All right? We don't want to do it because it's you know what it is? Is that it's hard. We don't want to do the work. But the downside, that card is a really good card because to finding our true self might be like here when people come into the stage, right, and they see this, they see tarot. The key to holding what we truly to find out for ourselves, it might be negative because this looks negative. All right, from the people that are stuck in dogma. Okay, it might be kind of weird at first, but this is the escape to where we really find ourselves. All right, because a lot of the keys, all right, the keys that are lost by religious organization, we are gonna stop. We stop at nothing to find those keys. There are gonna be so many things revealed to you, especially with artificial intelligence, as we creating a new savior. We creating a new savior to make our life easier. All right, once AI is revealed, a lot of spiritual people are gonna have a really hard time. So silence, continue to work on yourself, right? So when we look at our religious teachers that want us to find the and it could be family members, it could be society, it could be friends, because our teachers come in many forms. They want us to blindly follow their direction, especially when it comes to relationships and marriage. All right? And so when we do that, right? So if your relationship isn't going smoothly, that is telling you maybe it's time to examine the beliefs that you hold about your relationships. Okay, are they truly your beliefs, or have you, your counterpart, which is the other part of you, unintentionally accepted the beliefs of others, beliefs that no longer serve us, period. And then we go back into marriage. All right, we go back to 2350 BC. All right, early marriages, okay, they were not based on love. We got to understand they were not based on love. Okay, they were contractual agreements between families of power, wealth, and social alliances. Once you start understanding that, oh, it'll start clicking. You'll start understanding things. All right? So really understand that we only been what? But marriage happened 4,300 years ago in Mesopotamia. Go back to ancient culture, study something so then you can liberate yourself. That's the freedom that you need. All right? It might seem weird at first that you don't understand, but your mind, your subconscious mind, you have a whole library. You have a whole book of information right in your subconscious mind. Okay, don't believe in their ideas of doing things. Believe in you. Follow your true north. All right, because you have it there. Once you find it, you'll be unstoppable. All right, but don't rely on superficial information. And learn how to work with the dual energies of teaching and learning. So, because it says also that you have a lot of wisdom to offer. All right, regarding affairs of the heart, or you could gain because you have a lot of joys and sorrows here, of course, with the with the sun card. You're very positive. You're upbeat. Use that to your advantage. Find out what your weaknesses and your strengths are. All right. You have gained a lot of wisdom already. All your joys and your sorrows, share that with other people. Find groups that have explicit reciprocity. All right. There's a lot of opportunities. Some people are gonna come and assist you, or you could be, like you need to learn how to, pave the way for others as well. All right. So the shepherd, the one that who gently guides his sheep along the desired path. Use the same gentleness on guiding yourself. All right. There's an opportunity to learn right now. So take that time and learn. All right. Have conversation, observe, reflect. This is the energy that Mercury in Capricorn is going to give us. Okay. When it goes into Aquarius, it's a totally different energy. All right. And this is what you could apply. You could stick. You're going to start seeing it. All right. It's not going to take you a long time to understand. All right. So with that being said, work with groups, time to expand, honey. Time to expand. Find people that are going to be supportive. Make new friends. Get on the internet. Find ways to help people. All right. And remember what you're going to get. Hey, God bless you, Marie. Hey, Cindy. All right. So no more sugarcoating it. You got the tools. Remember that when the unity divided itself, it created duality, created the universe, and we don't even know. We're still looking into that. All right. We know that we're the only people in the like you telling me that we're the only people in the entire universe. That's crazy. That's crazy. We can't be. Why we put here? What is the plan? All right. And so when we look at the four Yahwehs, we got to understand. Wait a minute. There's a lot of things in the Bible that I don't understand. So let me not shoot at the mouth. All right. So we got to remember that. All right. Build good habits. Avoid negative influences. Avoid temptations here. All right. So try to stay productive. All right. When people aren't busy with good and productive tasks, their minds and their hands find negative outlets that leading them into trouble, gossip, and of course, the one, sin. All right. Sometimes we need to hear. You don't have to go to a church. You could come here every Sunday and you'll learn something. All right. You'll learn something. And if you go to church, go ahead, surround with people that are going to tell you stuff, and you have your choice. We all have choices. Wherever you got to start. All right. Wherever you got to start, start wherever. Start today. All right. So you know what? Let me go and see what this is about. But remember, Ariel, I will call on Ariel, Archangel Ariel as well. All right. Remember that there's a glowing ball of light that lives within you. All right. It's empowering you internally, this source of energy that you find, so if you find yourself scattered here, all right, in your thoughts and your actions, try some meditation. All right. Picture yourself with this guiding ball of light. Okay. Refocus your energy inward, practice grounding activities, workouts, do it. You got to do it. Why not do it? All right. Center yourself, take deep breaths. Hey, Arlene Cologne. Hi, Arlene. All right. Mindful yourself. Be engulfed and inflamed. If a negative thought comes to you, and it will, okay, you reverse it. Affirm, God is my supply, meeting my needs. I'm heading in the right direction. If you headed, yes, continue in your journey, but you have to do it, in divine order, through divine love. My heart is filled with gratitude and love and appreciation. That's the way I started. All right. We have to do it. Okay. A lot of times we go to these religious organizations and you feel worse. You feel worse when you come in, but then you have to stay there. All right. I did it for a whole year. I did exactly what Jesus told me to do. I went, I got baptized. All right, I did it. I ran. I said, if I didn't do it, I wouldn't. I'm not gonna tell you that I probably wouldn't be here. All right. And so, with that being said, there's gonna be support coming for you. All right. So when you get that Five of Cups, there's gonna be you're gonna start noticing if you start doing what you have to do. You do nothing and expect everything. They don't work like that. That's not how the law of attraction moves. All right. There's gonna be support that's gonna come to you in the form of selfless helping hands around you. So look to those that will be willing to assist you and gratefully allow them to do so. Say yes. We gotta be humble. We gotta be humble. We don't do it because we don't understand. We feel inadequate. We feel like it's not gonna happen. You gotta get them thoughts out of your mind. Our mind is very powerful. Remember that your mind is your employee. All right, and so just understand that your mind is and it's connected to many, many, many other things, not just you. So you got to see yourself as the ocean. But if you only think yourself as a little drop of water, you got to immerse yourself in that. You got to be like, wow, I am this. How incredible that I come from such an amazing creation. Don't try to figure everything out because none of us. If you go back to ancient scholars and Bible scholars and theologians, nobody really could tell you how we got here. You know, and we look at the first chemical string, or even so we look at the string theory, the Big Bang theory. So there's so many theories, there's so many opinions, there's so much noise out there. All right, just get to know yourself. All right, your divine, your heart. Go in your heart. Let that be infiltrated. Let that be engulfed, inflamed. Let it fuel your mind. And remember, the heart and mind coherence. All right? So just learn things. Or never stop learning. Always stay curious. Be able to learn without judgment. Express gratitude. Just do it every day. I'm grateful. Thank you. I appreciate the things I got. I'm thankful for the lessons that I'm learning. Yes, I allow it. This is a good idea. Everything working out for your highest good. All right, I'm going to take another quick break if somebody else has a question. Or just understand that the angels are, listen, there's always going to be a hierarchy, whether here, whether it's the government, or whether it's in heaven. All right, there's always, and I'm surprised the magician didn't come out. All right, and understanding to tap into the vastness of the universe, which at the end of the day, when you brain moving consciousness, you manifest it here, you start seeing it, be like, holy shit. You bug out, and understanding that the flow of money is spiritual energy. All right, your connection to the cosmos. All right, and understanding that the telepathy between the mind to mind communication, and connecting to a frequency associated with strong. You got to have emotional. So emotion elevates. All right, you need to learn how to. There's a lot of things that you need to learn how to do. Okay, so that's pretty much it. All right. I think church is the easiest way, so you don't have to worry, knowing that you're safely protected, you're doing the right thing. All right, you're making the right connection. Things are gonna happen for you. So there's pros and cons to everything. Hey, Davis Carter, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back. Hey Davis, hey April Lily 2026. Hello, I didn't make it Saturday, but I'm here now. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Arlene. Welcome, guys. If you have your question, go ahead. I'm about to leave here. Remember that we all are struggling with something or another, and life could get complicated, could get messy, but through it all, we'll get through it together. And so just be patient with yourself. It's not everything is not what you think it is. Okay, and so having a little more courage here to do the things that you have to do. All right, requires not sacrifice. We just have to do it. We're here to do the things that we came to do. All right, there's some requirements, and so it's not easy to get through all these. To find your energetic vibration, your frequency, and sticking to the things that you say you're gonna do. All right, remember the ego is struggling. All right, so learn how to put that ego, use that ego as a beautiful instrument. All right, if you have a question, go ahead. Uh, a lot of the energy is stuck. So how do I flip out of the infinity loop? How do I understand magic is the mother of eternity and a mind is a direct extension? Um, if nobody has a question, I'm going to move forward. I'm out of here. I thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Come for the Mindful Mondays. I'm going to leave here with a collective. All right. It's not, this is why we have institutions and places we could go. So we can start understanding. I hope to build a place where people could go and connect to. Well, you don't have to go there to learn, to connect, bringing some of this stuff back. All right. The magic arts are still going to persist as we evolve, offering us awareness. Just as the stars have guided our ancestors, they shall be guide us as well. They will bring us a lot of clarity. I'm going to do a quick collective. All right. What was stolen, what was hidden, but there's still hope. that's what, all right, you don't have to do it through competence alone. Why you do this? Hey, AZQ. Why are you here? One more. Thank you. Why are you here? What is the question behind that? 5 of Wands. Okay. Oh, okay. Anger here. How to have control here. All right, so we got 2 topics here. So we got 4. All right. Let's go. So why are you asking that question? Okay. 2 and the Fool. Okay. So we all know that our survival is always at play here. All right. Our survival. So our instincts, right? So you got good instincts, how to make money. All right. How to be calm when you think people are coming after you. How to defend yourself, because this normally bites. This normally to have that control when you think people are coming at you. So we have 2 major arcanas here. All right. So when we understand the strength that it takes, the mind, right? Because the mind is a tool that we use, and it's embedded with a lot of spiritual power, cosmic power, right? This card represents the sun. It represents that the sun will give us that ability to have mental and practical fortitude so you can prevail in any circumstance, right? The sun gives you life, energy. It gives you joy, happiness, lots of bliss, right? There's a fulfillment here, all right? You could draw from that energy from people, right? Because there's beauty that people could bring into your life. People could bring both beauty and sorrow at the end of the day, right? And so this position here, you're capable of sharing your qualities as well as your achievements, all right? So it also exposes things in your life and the things that should be let go of. But this is also a stubborn energy. So how to have the balance between the, you know, becoming a spiritual being, because we're spiritual in nature, right? But in the physical, we have dominance because we evolved from the animal, according to ancient texts. But when we get to this energy, when we look at the 5, it's all about changes, right? So we look at people because we are told to talk about each other. The only way to get right to make it in the world when it comes, because our survival is always at play here. Our sense of security. When this animal's not secure, right? It acts up because it needs to be secure. So it needs a lot of stroking the ego. So anyway, our struggle is not between other people, because we have a choice to calm our mind. But how do we do that? Do we have the tools to do that? Do we connect to divinity? Do we understand the sun's energy, and what it provides us, the nourishment that we need to control this beast? Because this will be your very best friend if you know how to control the energy that's within you and harnessing the energy. But when you're experiencing challenges here and other people around you that hold different goals and value, especially when it comes to being in a relationship, like if you're in a relationship, all right, when there's a lot of disagreements, as you proceed along with the clash of wills, because this is a card of will, and being in a successful relationship, but a relationship that's going to give you confidence to be your true self. All right. Hello. Can you tell me why want Joshua communicate so we can end thing and move on? Oh, not today, sweetie. No, you're gonna get the Hierophant. It's gonna tell you to get some professional help. That's what it's gonna tell you. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be straight today. It will not be today. All right, that is just overrated at this point. All right, get some professional help. Find people. Find a mentor. Somebody that could guide you, or just try to do some things different here. You cannot bring that into the same energy and say, we got it. We're in a whole new year. All right, and that I'm just gonna hold you back from the things that you have to do. All right. I'm going to give you some. I'm not in that energy today. All right. So when we're in a competitive situation, okay, it will be necessary for everyone to try to be understanding of another person's viewpoint. There's a need of clarity in order to come to, because this brings you clarity. And how do I, especially when it comes to athletics and competitions like that, right? Nuances, the need to be, to set priorities and being caught in the middle here, because we're always going to be caught in the middles of other people's opinions and the way should I do things like that, if I feel unsupported, if I feel left out, if I have finances, if I want to spend money, do I go back and do I spend, like if I'm overspending money here that I really don't have, especially when I'm purchasing and things like that, because I see a lot of people returning things back here. Maybe you buy something that I regret later, impulse. All right, so it goes all the cards basically go on and on and on. But so when I'm going to learn how to have more discipline, so when I see something nice or even a person, and if I'm committed, I don't let the animal take over, because the animal doesn't know. You understand me? So there may be lingering disappointments here emotionally. You're probably focusing on what got lost here. What happened to? Am I trying to find my divinity? Right? Am I healing slowly? What's happening? Things that are still remaining, because it goes all with the fives. All right. So when I'm trying to change some things in my attitude. So remember, at the end of the day, anger is the enemy mind. So how do I keep from attacking people, even if they're gonna share something with me or their points of view are different? We don't go and bite, because normally that's what that energy does. Or I gotta make a move because I don't want to get stuck repeating the same patterns. Knowing your emotional patterns and how to move accordingly. All right. So let me see what else is here. Oh, wait a minute. What time is it? I gotta get out of here. Oh my God. Let me see. I'm sorry, guys. Oh. Anyway, for the 3 people that are here left, right? So a lot of times, with the hermit, we get that time to withdraw, to spend time alone. Too much time, you know, it's not good. It's good to be around people. This is about learning about, when you get to that point after this one, right? Because after here, you're good. You have your person boot. They say, oh, you got them boot up, you got them whipped, you got them wrapped around your finger, blah 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 blah. But that changes, because it gets disgusting after a while. This is when you start finding about your life, like like after a while, right? Um, People just they got to find meaning to life. So right now, when the hermit gives you the time to reflect, and in retrospect, when you go to the energy of introspection and reflection, should I have gone? Should I have done this? I've been going there, even to a place that you've been going for such a long time. Should I have gone there? Should I have said that? Should I have done things? Not living a life of regret, right? But really embracing anytime that happens to you, even with your body, because the Stoics knew, how to handle. So becoming more philosophical, basically, because the Stoic knew how to handle situations and people. When it came to the body, when it came to the way they view life, other people's views are their views. We don't gotta fight people just because their views are different. All right, let that be a catalyst for growth. All right, because we need to understand that what goes on in their mind is only in their mind. What goes on in other people's mind, right? They can't really hurt you, but they could ruin your character, right? Because if you build a good reputation now, and your reputation could be gone in a minute, only because you focusing on what goes on in other people's mind. All right, and then you'll be the prisoner for the rest of your life. All right, but understanding the inner guidance that comes from the hermit, the sage, and understanding Jesus's teachings, and I'm going to go to that because he was a sage, because he was a druid, and understanding where Christianity really stems from. All right, going back into ancient culture and the Celts. Some Celts were Jewish, but some Jews weren't Celt. And understanding that energy and how can you go ahead and investigate on your own and take your own time to do the investigation, do the work that you need to do to find out, right? And the connection to Mercury and the energy that is bringing us now, because it's all in Capricorn. It's going to be there for another couple of more, about 10 more days. I don't know how long it's been, maybe 4 or 5 days, all right, at best. How can you harness that energy, right, along with the sun that's also there, so you could move in a different direction and learn to really commit to yourself to doing the things that you said you were going to do, all right? Where do I find inspiration? Because this is all about getting us back on track. This is the ancestors' energy, all right? And how you could use this, and wherever you could put this at, a new idea, a new invention, a new relationship, or even a more structure, more discipline in your life, so you could get back on track, because we always going to go, our mind's going to wander, we're going to get off track, we're going to challenge people, we're going to fight people. How you could be somewhere in a line and somebody looks at you the wrong way. Oh yeah, I'll show you. Like, we don't have to live like that. We are told to be not be goal minded, not to be goal minded or oriented, not to pursue our dreams. To follow your dreams, they're worth living. And so, right, to embrace, to take the opportunity to take that leap of faith in whatever you want to do here. To see every day as a new opportunity, even though you made mistakes. This is how we learn. All right, but to really, really, because if you focus on the money, right? A lot of times, we have so many talents here, right? We got 4 talents. Back in the day, they were given talents, according to biblical scriptures. We were given talents according on our abilities. Some people buried on the ground. Some people put it back in their body. Some people invested it in the bank. Yada yada yada. So talents were given as a form of pay. All right, and to see what we could do with it. Even if you got an idea, all right, because this is Uranus energy bringing us, all right, creative ideas here, and this is what the one represents for me, and the wood element represents, to harness the dragon energy, all right. And I don't really know too much about the dragon yet, but understanding the money is actually a flowing spiritual energy. So when you do affirmations, those affirmations are gonna, because you got to put some intention. So there's got to be an activation of sound with your intention. You're just not gonna say, if you're trying to manifest anything here. All right, but it starts with reshaping your subconscious mind, which is not shown here. Or but you could go to the other card here, and breaking out of the infinity loop. All right, how do you harness the energy from the universe? Because we endowed it with spiritual powers. Yeah, absolutely. Our mind is a direct extension of the infinite mind of God, the heart. All right, so that's what that represents. So when you start doing that and you start aligning, right, your subconscious mind with the vibrational frequencies of our desires, and we communicate those intentions to the universe, all right, but we start affirming our goals and remaining steadfast here without wavering the faith, and our commitment, all right, to the things that we so much desire. And we open ourselves to the universe, all right, and then understand that the universe support and guide us to that abundance, all right, paving the path for our aspirations to materialize. And that's all happening in. So really understanding the energy that Mercury brings in your communication, seeing things, holding things, having the power to manifest that, all right, that you don't have to do it the hard way, basically, all right. So In order for you to materialize your aspirations, our subconscious mind, which is silent, profoundly influences our thoughts and actions through regular affirmations and our goals, core beliefs. We start to reprogram our subconscious mind, and we start to replace limited beliefs with empowering like affirmations and yada yada yada. All right. But if you see everything as money, basically you put a cap on yourself. All right. When you put a cap on yourself, because everything's money, 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 money. No, money is just a flow. And you're not. If you put a cap on yourself, you're gonna hold yourself back from the things that you really want to do. You're not gonna grow. You're not gonna move because if you're safe, just basically don't play safe. A lot of people that are risk adverse, right? They don't really take chances. It doesn't give them good reward, but they don't take those chances. They be like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna say I'm happy. So if you're happy where you at in your relationship with the money that you made, great, no problem. If you don't want to grow, if you want to expand, all right, all you have to do is really believe and put the only trust that you could do with discernment, of course, because you could be able to judge better. All right, discernment is for every day to day, not only when it's big important decisions. All right, but discernment is good to guide you to make better decisions, to judge things, to see things clearly. All right, and understanding that Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. And then I don't know exactly what's going to happen when Uranus goes in Aquarius, because it's all about, of course, AI technology, doing things, really applying yourself, facing the difficulties. All right, so you know what? I'm going to follow my true path. What really, really, this time I'm really, really going to do. I see a lot of people that are really courageous here. Be bold, make those bold moves already. All right. Because if you hold yourself back, you say, oh, people don't believe in me or I don't got what it takes, then you're going to stay in a cycle. You're going to become this person that just focuses on the money and knowing that where that came from, you use that not only for yourself and your family, you get out of the fear and the doubt, and then you can make more money. And when you find the thing that you're really passionate in, you pursue that without fear. You take those bold moves. Sometimes, people, like closed mouth won't get fed. So they're, start moving in the direction. It's time to head in a new direction, you know, and that's pretty much it. All right. I thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys on the next slide. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Love you guys.